The lightning fairy asks if, in the end, he didn't manage to stop it in time, reminding him who that electric discharge came from. And, if they're going to talk about responsibilities, he is the main culprit for that almost happening. Wang Kai thinks it all happened because his owner scratched the chip too hard, which caused it to tremble. Even so, he doesn't admit his fault and asks if she's threatening him. The fairy replies that she would never dare. She just says that, since everything was resolved without problems, they should leave it in the past. Also, the elemental group has already lost the last 3 editions of the Tournament of the Strongest, so they're begging to be allowed to participate this time. The puppy understands the situation and replies that the tournament will take place when his owner is away, and that day everything will be decided. The fairy thanks him, but also informs that upon recovering the lost electricity, she obtained information about someone named Wes Malfoy. However, before she could give more details, Wang Kai closes the fridge door and rushes to bring the drinks to his master. Upon receiving them, he comments that he finally saw the forging technique of the dwarves and the technology of the kingdom of Aristotle. The queen emphasizes that the most important thing is that they achieved their goal of mutual balance. He thanks her while receiving the drink and adds that he wouldn't call it mutual balance, but he hopes everyone can truly unite and maintain peace. After all, he believes that with his level of power, demanding anything from others would be ridiculous. Elizabeth agrees, since if he still needs to ask for something, then they have no reason to exist. She reflects that it was thanks to a combination of grace and power that her subordinates achieved a true union of hearts, so that this time it may last. She remembers that in the past, as a queen, she only knew how to use fear to force everyone to follow the right path. That's why, during the 500 years of her absence, the outside world fell into chaos. She believes Lepping has given her a new lesson. He, for his part, comments that the Swordmasters Guild, the Elven Tribe, the Church of Annie, the Dwarf Kingdom, and the Kingdom of Aristotle are the stable forces he knows. The only exception is the Demon Kingdom. He knows that now the Dark Guild members from that kingdom have disappeared, but even so, something doesn't seem right to him. Elizabeth asks him not to worry, since she herself went there, checked the entire Demon Kingdom, and found nothing suspicious. Curious, he asks if Amelia has already awakened, as he could ask her about the Dark Guild. However, before continuing his reasoning, something distracts him. He reflects that he's a fool, and wonders what he's thinking. Since his relationship with Elizabeth began, he only has lewd thoughts, especially when they're alone. He knows it's natural, but they're not married yet, and he must stay calm. The queen, on her side, replies that Amelia is still recovering inside her dimensional space, and when her memory improves, she'll be able to come out. But she notices something strange, and asks him what's wrong, why he suddenly froze completely. Lepping, startled by the question, replies that it's nothing, but Elizabeth knows it's not true since she felt his intentions. She slides toward him and asks if he's hiding something from her, and if he's going to make her wait a month to tell her. She gets even closer and whispers if he doesn't want to take another step with her right now. Just then, Lepping's bird flies away. He quickly gets up and says it's time, moving away from the queen and saying he'll prepare dinner first. She, with a certain lust in her gaze, comments that there's no rush. Like good wine, the more it ferments, the more intense their love story will be. She licks her lips and wonders how could she not understand his feelings. She'll do whatever he wants, as she's willing to wait a little longer. Then 3 days pass. 10 days. 18 days. Until the scene changes. Uncle Boss is cutting something with his cards. The Swordmaster is also present and comments that his power should not be underestimated, since they're currently facing the Lava Octopus King, a supreme 5-star demon. Luna Sorgas from the Swordmasters Guild says she doesn't understand her aunt's mysterious movements, since she sent them to clean a completely desolate place. Another warrior remembers that after returning, her aunt announced she would step down as president and then force them to learn that complicated Tai Chi style. Now she sends them to that remote place just to build hot springs and prepare them for the arrival of someone unknown. That was said by Anna Sorges, also from the guild. Then Ching comments that Miss Gigi said all this is part of that person's plan and that they should simply follow orders. Luna nods, recalling that her aunt has ascended to the rank of the feared 4-star demon, and that neither heroes nor legendary demons compare to a single finger of hers. Anna, aware of her aunt's power, wonders why someone so strong would obey that person. She believes that even the Dark Guild members disappeared out of fear of her. That's when someone calls them reckless. It's Elif, who warns them to watch their words. If they dare to speak ill of that person again, she won't hesitate to punish them in Miss Gigi's name. Anna mocks the elf's challenge, saying that she barely achieved something and is already arrogant, asking if someone not even recognized by the other forces now thinks she's untouchable. Luna adds that she doesn't know how someone with half-elf blood became the leader of the elves and questions whether Elif can teach them a lesson, doubting that her power is up to it. She ends by saying that person isn't even taken seriously. That enrages Elif, who calls Luna insolent and throws a card at her. But Ching immediately deflects it. Many thanks to the channel members, Raphaeltron and Sweet Tea, for their valuable support to this project. That said, see you in the next video.